rocks off with Firetox. Today's a very special little creature. I love this guy so much. He holds a place in my heart. Is the Action Shock Rock Roller. Rock Roller here, he is a pudgy bastard. He is all body with tiny legs and tiny arms and the cutest little psychotic smile I have ever seen ever. And he is a perfect he shows off how perfect the plastic swirling that they used to do is. I love everything about this. I love everything about this so much that when I got the opportunity, I got a second one. And I got this second one specifically. This one doesn't stand up very well. I knocked him over. To show off how unique this color swirling makes them, because no two of these is ever going to look alike. And from what I can tell, the plastic batches that they use are usually like the same batch, because you'll notice there's a lot more white in this one. Well, there's a lot more white in the shoulders, a lot more white in the legs, whereas this one has these streaks of dark blue, and then you see it carry over into the shoulders and the legs. And it's just really awesome that it has that kind of symmetry to it. It's got the same crazy grin. Now this one's not in as good a shape, and I'll show you why. Well, you'll see why. So we're going to go ahead and set him out of the way. So this guy, being an Action Shock Rock, let's go over his articulation first. His little arms spin around. He has the standard weird fold in. His head does not turn. His legs come up. They can be knees, and he can sit down. And he can also just kind of Humpty Dumpty it and chill like this. They do rotate around. You got this nice red detail here and the little red detail up here. The yellow eyes and mouth. And some of you might be noticing what's underneath it. And this is what makes him an Action Shock Rock. So let's get him into rock mode. To get him into rock mode, you have to turn the arm like this so that it sits inside here. It's not hard to do. You just got to be careful. To get the legs right, you turn them around and fold them up and in. Oh. Turn it around, fold them up and in. You can leave him like this. I love that you can just leave him like this and it works. But he's got a little thing here. Fold that down. Now what makes him an Action Shock Rock is this wheel on the bottom, which is why most of these, like this one, you'll find the legs are all scuffed up. The reason for that is because of his action gimmick. There he goes! There he goes! And he'll go for days! So one of the harder things to find is one of these where, A, the rubber on this wheel isn't completely deteriorated. And I'll show you that on the other one. But also that the mechanism isn't broken. Because these push and wind guys, they tend to end up getting a lot of abuse. So if you look at if you look at the other one that I have, you'll see that this is dry rotted. You see it better. I'm gonna move a light so you can see this a little better. If you can see right here, this is all dry rotted. It feels gross. Now the mechanism still works, but you hear that? You hear that? The mechanism's going out in him. I may try to fix this mechanism, or I may just go ahead and sell him off. He's not in tip-top shape. His legs are in better shape. They're not as scuffed up. So what I think probably happened is it started doing that noise 30 years ago, and somebody stopped playing with him. Stopped doing that. So get him out of the way. And that's why his legs aren't quite as scuffed up. Now, if you want to go and find one of these guys, good luck. It took me a while to find one that wasn't jacked up, that the legs weren't broken off, that the wheel wasn't jacked up. I happened to get two of them, and I got lucky. This was my first one, and I got a second one because I had planned on swapping the legs. But the more and the more I look at it, I don't think I want to. I think I'm going to clean these up and, you know, do my best to get the scuff and the yellowing out of the legs and just leave him as is. And he'll just go on the shelf with the rest of his Rock Lord brethren. This is one of the good Rock Lords. You might not be able to tell that from the bright blue color, but the psycho face makes it a little difficult. So here we go. This has been Action Shock Rock's Rock Lord Rock Roller. Thanks for coming by to get your rocks off.